And I think the huge difference, I guess, between the Inukjuak and Puvolnituk family houses that are there that are really important. Right now, they're really they're offering a lot of services, and they're offering, like, for example, FASD and prevention, which is really, I think, desired and needed. RBC wanted to have a complementary kind of service.
Community members run, where the community members are able to decide what they want for the family house themselves. And what we saw in that was there's a lot of empowerment, a lot of mobilization when they realized that they could control or have ownership of the family house, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm. And I think one thing that struck me a lot in the process is that that difference between how we're used to thinking about prevention in kind of the kind of Western or kind of university approach, where we think of prevention as having different programs on that to reach out to people, which is one way of working. But then when I was hearing community members thinking about what they wanted to do for family houses, what I was hearing is that yes, but it's also important to have another kind of approach, which is like having these spaces where people can come and not feel judged, and where they can reconnect and learn from each other, where it's informal, there's no specific objectives.
When there's no specific objectives, we saw that a lot of people would just come in just for coffee, just to chit-chat, just to like share. And that was the beauty of having a community-owned family house compared to one that's under a hospital, which is still good because they have it's pretty regulated, and they do have a lot of workshops that work. But when it comes to a community family house, the ownership is so different, and it builds a community.
Yeah. So the two can be complementary; they can support each other in different ways. And I remember that when we had done the surveys to see what people wanted or how they wanted to learn, I remember that we came back and we brought the results to the community and had a meeting, and the one thing that we asked them, what do you want to change the most? What do you think would help families and support them so that they don't get signaled? And they said, we have to rebuild trust. I remember that was the number one issue that they wanted to work on.
And to have a family house where anyone can drop in at any time, the trust was already building. When you're welcome in a place where there's no judgment, it's not like a school, it's not like a youth protection office, it's not like a courthouse or a police station or a public entity where it's specific to a group of people. It's so different. Anyone can come in, from zero to elders, children, families, single men. Single men showed up a lot, which was really nice. The activities that naturally happened without a lot of asking. It just happened one after the other. Yeah, I can do this activity. I can do embroidery. I can do beading. I can do cooking. It was so natural. That's the feel of a nice family house.
And I remember when there was a couple of workshops that were done to build the program of the family house. And at first we left with objectives, and we asked people what are your objectives, and then how do you answer those objectives? And everyone was kind of stuck. We couldn't find activities to answer the objectives. And I remember the facilitator said, okay, let's do things completely different. What do you want, and what can you offer to the family house? And then all of a sudden, everything unblocked, and everybody had something to contribute. And that's when, so there was the beadings and the spa nights and the cooking, like you're saying, and reaching out to the school, and then the teachers were coming in and offering activities.
The teachers aspect was really nice because they helped decorate the family house. They at the same time involved the secondary students, and that was a way of getting another group of people inside the family house, which was nice and unexpected. And the teachers did activities. They volunteered for homework, and some of them volunteered to do desserts. It was really nice.